Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing today? I am so glad, like always, to see you guys today. Hope everybody's having a great day so far, but you guys know my routine. You know what you need to do. Before we start with our conversation for today, I need you to go ahead, look on down there at the bottom of your screen and take care of the thumbs up button. Take care of your share button, share my video with all your family and friends. And if you have not become a follower of Granna, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become one of my followers, okay? All right, so we're gonna get ready. Oh, I'm already sweating under these lights. We're gonna get ready and jump off into this conversation today, okay? You guys know that it's getting close to the election for this year. We only have a few months. You know, the election is November the 3rd. Yeah, the 3rd. And we're into August now. So that's really, it's really creeping up on us. So I've been trying to follow up and keep up with Mr. Joe Biden, to see who he's going to pick up from his candidate list. He has a long list. And the thing about it, the most amazing thing about it, everyone on his list is female, woman. There's every one of his candidates is a woman. It's just crazy. There is, wow. So he has a long list of candidates that he's got to make a decision on to pick for his running mate come November. And as of today, like right now, he hasn't made that decision, but in between now and the time you guys check this video out, he'll probably be done came to his decision, because I think they're saying he's supposed to have it definitely by the next week and a half maybe, because I thought it was going to be around the 1st of this month, but he's still trying to get it together and decide who he want to go with. But I mean, all his candidates are women. I go down a couple of women that he's gonna be considering. You have Karen Bass. She is the California representative that he's looking at. Kamala Harris, she is California senator, and she also ran against him during the primary, and him and her had a couple of heated discussions. So, they already, kind of got a vibe. So maybe, I don't know. He's looking at Susan Rice. She was former security advisor for former President Barack Obama. He's looking at, of course, Elizabeth Warren. We all know she ran for the primary against him, and she was one of the top women. During the primary, she was right there at the top with Mr. Joe Biden. She was right there with him. And then you got Keisha Lance Bottom. She's the mayor of Atlanta. Her name is off in the pot. She's off in there. You have Val Deming. She's a Florida representative. Val Deming. She's a Florida representative. And you have Tammy Duckworth. She's the Illinois senator right at this time. And then they was saying that New Mexico Governor Michelle Gripson is on the list. And I think there's several more people on the list. Like I say, he had a whole list of ladies that he's been considering to be one of his running mates. So that's exciting. I'm excited to see, who he goes with, who he chooses. And, I mean, it's not like we haven't had a lady to run even for president. I mean, just 4 years ago, Hillary Clinton was the one that ran against President Donald Trump. So, more women are getting into the political world and getting out there and letting their voice be heard, and, really representing women and what they feel when it comes to politics and everything. So we definitely are having that. We're seeing more women becoming mayor of their cities, governors. We got more mayors, more women going into the Senate. So it's really opening up for women. This is the time for us women. I feel like, and I've heard that statement so many times on different platforms and everything, that this is the time for the woman to really step up and represent and be recognized. This is the time for us to be recognized. So I'm excited coming November for the election to, you know, see how this plays out, you know. But of course, it all comes down to, you know, it comes back down to us getting out and voting, you know, and getting out there and showing that support. I mean, regardless of which party you want to support, you know, that's everybody's right, you know, to support either Republican or Democrat, you know, whatever your thing is. Hey, cool, I'm cool with that, you know. But, you know, we have to get out there and show that support. But while we're doing that, we need to make sure we're listening and we're looking at the facts. You know, we're just not doing that off of mischievous reason. You know, we're not doing that, you know, without actually, investigating, actually getting out there, doing a little homework ourselves to see what the actual facts are, you know, before we go and cast our votes. Because, you know, of course, whenever it's time for an election, of course, both parties are going to be throwing mud back and forward to each other. But, you know, and this is one at a time. This is my opinion. You know, you don't really have to throw too much mud to our President Donald Trump, because he throws his own mud. You know, he throws it himself. If you just listen to the things he say, I mean, just recently he made a statement saying that, you know, with the going back to school, that children is most likely, and he even went to the point to say definitely will not get the coronavirus, and if they got the coronavirus, then they will recover like it was no big deal. You know, he made this statement, in Facebook and Instagram and all these platforms deleted that statement that he made because they said that definitely was not true. And it is not true, because we see in the news every day where young people are catching this disease or coming into contact with the coronavirus, and they're even, you know, spreading the virus. You know, I see on the news every day where under the age of 20, young people have died from this virus. And then you've also had some of the schools that they just reopened up last week. They've had kids in 6th and 7th grade and maybe even younger that's already contacted the disease and carried it to school or got it some kind of way. And they've had to pull those teachers and stuff out of the classroom. And school has only been open for, what now, maybe 2 weeks in some areas. And they've already seen all this, you know. So there's going to be a lot of mud throwing. There's going to be a lot of, you know, things going on. I don't think they're going to have as many debates this time that they would normally have because of the coronavirus. I think they've cut back to only, I think, like 3 debates they're having. 2 in September, and I think 1 in October, the 1st October. You know, they're not doing all that because of the coronavirus. You know, they're trying to, I guess, keep it safe that way. You know, but it's going to be so much information coming out from both sides that we really need to look at and dig into and digest before you start, you know, before it gets November the 3rd and you get out there to cast your votes. Just really, you know, take your time about it. Just getting my cup of coffee. I haven't had my coffee yet. And then, you know, just making sure that you're straight, you're good to go when it comes time to vote. Make sure you have a valid ID. You know, make sure if you've changed resident, you know, within the last year or so, make sure you got all your information correct. You got your right resident down. You know your right poll that you need to go and cast your vote. You know, just make sure all those things are in place, because I'm telling you, it's going to be hard enough for us to get out and be safe to go and vote anyway. And if we don't have all of our stuff together, all of our ducks in line, then that's going to make it even harder. You don't want to get there to the day of your poll, maybe it was what it was 4 years ago, and then they say, oh no, you're not supposed to be here, and they trying to find out where you got to go and all this kind of stuff. So make sure, you know, you have all your information together. when it comes time for you to go and cast your vote. And make sure you're talking to, if you have young people in your household that this is the first year they're eligible to vote, make sure they're registered and you're taking them to the poll with you, and you're, showing them the importance of us voting, of them voting. I know we have a lot of kids that just recently graduated this year, and this will be their first time to go and cast their vote. Talk to them about it, educate them on it, and but while you're doing that, while you're educating them on it, let it be their decision. Let them, do the homework on it. Let them look at the candidates that they're gonna have to cast their votes on. Let them read up about it, and get all that information before they go and and cast their vote. But I'm excited. I'm really excited to see who Mr. Biden, who he picked. And I was looking at, because I've been hearing them say on the news, oh, Joe Biden is 77 or getting ready to be 77, this year going into, the election. He'll be 81 when these 4 years is up and all that. And okay, yeah, he's 77 or getting ready to be 77. I think he has a birthday coming up. I think it's like October or November. But yes, he'll be 77. But President Donald Trump is not too far behind. He's like 74, 75. So they're both going to be right there approaching at the 80 mark or walking into the 80 mark when they get ready to at the end of this 4 years. But I think they have to do physicals and all this kind of stuff, and it doesn't matter your age these days. You can be 45 and not make it for the 4 years. It doesn't matter your age. It's what you're representing and what you're gonna bring to this country. How are you gonna make change to this country and take care of the people of the United States and stuff. So I hope people doesn't look at that as one of the factors to not support Mr. Biden because of his age. I don't know. But we got a lot to think about. Our time is running out. We got to get in it. We got to get out there. We got to do it. When you get time, go back and look at his candidate list and, hey, pick out maybe your top 3 that you think he should go with. And like I said, by the time you guys hear this conversation, he maybe done already chose his candidate, and if he has already chosen his candidate when you guys check this episode out here, then, drop me a comment and say, hey, he went with such and such, and this is what I think about that person, So either way it goes, even if he's already chose his candidate, when you see this video, I'm still very, very much interested in hearing your opinion on his candidate that he either gonna go with or he's already chosen, okay? So make sure you leave me a comment about it either way it goes, whether he's picked her or he's still waiting to pick her. Because once he does make that decision and he pick her, I'm definitely coming back and I'm gonna talk to you guys about it. But up until then, I would like to hear your opinion about it, okay? All right, so I'm gonna get ready to get on up out of here. But before I do that, you guys know what I'm about to say. Make sure you're still wearing your mask. You got your mask on when you're going out and everything. Make sure you're doing all the safety things that you need to do when you go out and about. And just make sure you being kind to people. Being kind to someone doesn't cost you anything, okay? So you guys have a great day. I'm gonna catch you guys next time around.